Hey everyone, it's Ivan Baton here. This is a quick video guide for my PoE2 build. It's an Amazon using Explosive Spear and Stormlance. I decided to post this because, well, it's not Lightning Spear, so it's something different. Anyone looking to try an Amazon build that isn't Lightning Spear, maybe this is for you. It's not an earth-shattering build, but it has good single target DPS, decent clear, um, and it has decent survivability. It is of course still a live build, so it doesn't have the same effective health pool like ES, but it still works pretty well. I'll quickly go over everything with you now. I'll go over the gear, the skills and the passive tree, and I'll tell you how it plays. So let's start with the gear. This is my spear. Important here is the accuracy rating roll, the critical damage bonus, and then get as high fizz DPS as you can. Um, you could probably also get increased elemental damage with attacks or get some flat elemental damage, but I think this is ideal. This was too divine, it's not that superb, but it gets the job done. You can get something similar for a lot less, I think. The helmet is the black insignia with uh, 8% increased area of effect slotted into it. This is just for the tailwind. It gives you more evasion and movement speed, across amongst other things. It's mostly for the evasion that I use this. This is my amulet. I think important here is to get life, spirit somewhere between 30 and 40. Increased critical damage bonus is a nice extra for damage if you can get it. Uh, for the rest, like fill out your resists. Mana regeneration rate is good. Increased evasion is good. You could also get some stats on here if you need it. Yeah, I think this amulet is pretty good. My shield is the Lycosidai. Uh, you've probably seen a lot of people use this. Ideally, you want the corruption that gives you extra block chance because this is a block build, and the increased block chance you get on your passive tree multiplies your block chance, your base block chance. So the higher your base block chance, the more uh, block chance you end up with. This is my ring. Things like accuracy, fire damage to attacks, and physical damage to attacks are really good for the offensive stats. You of course want life on there. Then further on you can fill out resists, stats, or like I have, you can get gain mana per enemy killed. But important is the life and then maybe some damage rolls. These are my boots. Just get high evasion, as much movement speed as you can get, high life, and fill up your resist. This is my belt. Get high life, fill up your resists. You can get a charm slot extra. I don't have my second charm equipped right now. I sold it to quickly buy something else. I will get it again. You don't need it though, you can just use one charm slot. Whatever charm you use doesn't really matter. These are the gloves. Uh, I think these are pretty nice. You want uh, life on there, you want resist, then you want fizz and fire damage to attacks. Wait a sec. You want fizz and fire damage to attacks. You could also get attack speed, but I think fizz and fire damage to attacks are best. Then for the rest, fill out your resists. The life per enemy killed is not really that mandatory because you have leech, but mana per enemy killed is always nice to have. This is my second ring. As you can see, filled out resists, got lightning damage to attacks. Fire damage to attacks or physical damage to attacks is preferable, I think, especially physical, but this is also decent. Then some accuracy rating. You of course want life on there and as many resists as you can get. The leech is also important because you will be leeching your elemental damage, so this is important. The increased mana regeneration rate is just a nice extra. With regards to the chest piece, get as much evasion as you can with high life and fill out your resist. And ideally, you want as much spirit as you can, because if you get a lot of spirit, you can you need a good spirit roll regardless. But if you get even higher spirit, you can also run Wind Dancer, which gives you a lot of extra evasion. So if you can get as high a spirit as you can get. Okay, let's move on to the skills. First off, it's important to note that both Stormlance and Explosive Spear get a lot better with quality. So as you can see, the explosion gets extra radius if you quality it, and Stormlance it gets an extra large spear with quality. So th th those are both pretty nice to have. Stormlance, I use Lightning Infusion, Vault, Primal Armament, and Deliberation. Explosive Spear, I use Overextend, Fire Infusion, Overabundance, Expedite, and Bullseye. Uh, I think Overabundance and Expedite are the most important ones here. The rest are just damage. But Expedite is early on you can get away without Expedite, but I mean it's a lot safer to use Expedite. Overabundance you kind of need because otherwise your Trinity will not trigger. You need to hit twice with your explosive spear. Disengage doesn't matter. I just use it for when I get knocked off my Roa, but it's not that important. Um, Trinity, again, quality is important here as well. It boosts the damage even more by a notable amount. Uh, this is part of why you need a lot of spirit, because Trinity itself already requires 100 spirit, and then you'll also be using the Roa mount next to it, which is another 60 spirit. I linked Roa to Minion Mastery, Meat Shield, and Loyalty. I'm still experimenting with other links. Um, then I use Wind Dancer. This is if you really manage to get a lot of spirit on your chest and on your amulet, then you can also run Wind Dancer. It's not mandatory. Sniper's Mark and Spear Solaris are just extras. I don't really use them all that much, but just leftovers from testing stuff out, so ignore that. Okay, so those are the skills. Let's quickly go over the passive tree. Let's start with the Ascendancy. I think the most important ones are first getting this one, because that's where you can get a lot of crit with moderate investment, and then getting Penetrate. This will make sure that your the accuracy on your weapon becomes added physical damage, which is a massive DPS increase. After you got those, you can I would preferably go Predatory Instinct for extra damage. And then as your final one, you can get Mystic Harvest. This allows your life leech to be based on your elemental damage as well as your physical damage. So the life leech roll you have on your gear will then be converted to elemental damage leech. Um, with regards to the tree, I would first path towards these nodes. Especially these ones are really strong and these ones are as well. Then I would path upwards toward these nodes. Uh, And once you get those, it's up to you how you further fill it out. I will obviously leave the passive tree in the description and you can browse it at your own leisure. Uh, Maybe it's important to note that this isn't all that important. While I feel like this really helps because it gives you extra area of effect. Before you get here, you can use magnified effects as a support link that will on your explosive spear that will help get get you some extra area of effect before you have these nodes. This one also has increased area of effect, and then I also have this on my helmet to boost explosive spear area of effect, and of course its quality. So yeah, that's mostly it for the gear, skills, and the passive tree. I will quickly explain you how to use the skill. Once you get Expedite and Overabundance, I think the best way to play the skill is to throw two explosive spears and then throw two storm lances. So if I do it like this, and then the explosive spear explodes the storm lances. Um, if you do two explosive spears and two storm lances, it makes sure that your Trinity builds up. If you only throw one explosive spear and are not using overabundance, I've noticed that more often than not you will not be building your Trinity and you will be losing out on a lot of damage. Um, so yeah, that's basically it. You also keep in mind if you're on your ROA, make sure to watch out for this bar. It will fill up the stun, and as soon as it filled up, you will be knocked off your ROA. So before that happens, best to just roll off it and get back onto it. Okay, that's basically it for the build. I hope this is of use to someone and have fun. Bye.